So good to be back. So glad you're watching. Now stay tuned to see how I did my face. Yeah, it's for Beyonce's the best thing I never had. Okay guys, don't mind my eye, it's a little red because it's just like super itchy. But anyway, I figured that I'll show you guys this entire look from foundation to finish because it's really important the way that I am applying the foundation. If you're trying to learn makeup, you'll learn that an artist's best palette is the back of your hand. First of all, because it's clean, and it should be clean anyway. Secondly, because the warmth of your skin and your hand will help to heat up your foundations or gel liners or lipsticks so that they spread easier. So what I've done on the back of my hand is I have mixed my concealer because I couldn't find one that was exactly right. What I did was mix NC42 and NC45, and that's a MAC product, by the way. Well, these are my two MAC Studio Techs that I'm going to mix together with this lotion, but we'll get to that in a minute. So first I'm going to put on my concealer. Taking my finger, I'm spreading this under my eye, down onto the ball of my cheek. I'm also going to put some concealer in those places that you naturally just see a light hue. So that's why I put it here and here. Also right in here, some right in here, and down the bridge of my nose. I do want to take some MAC Prep and Prime powder just to set underneath my eye because I have a lot of creases under my eye. I need to make sure that the concealer doesn't fall into those creases and gather. You guys know how much I love my MAC Studio Tech, and it's the foundation that I use in every single one of my videos, and it's the foundation that I pretty much use on every single one of the people that I do makeup on. And the reason for that is it's a full coverage foundation, which means that it really gets rid of blemishes or any inconsistency in the skin. However, it can leave the look of being too perfect or too made up. So in a case like this, where it looks as though Beyonce kind of has a glowy type of skin and she isn't wearing a lot of makeup, this is what you can do to make sure that your Studio Tech doesn't look too makeup-y. So right here you see that my concealer is still on my hand. However, these two are my Studio Tech foundations, and I'm mixing two colors together just so that I can better match my skin tone. And that white spot right there is a face lotion. I'm using Oil of Olay. This is the lotion that I always use on myself anyway. So what I'm going to do is mix all three of those together. And you can see that that gives it a much more kind of soupy, closer to liquid consistency. It will make for a more sheer coverage. And that's just one more reason to love Studio Tech, because you can change its consistency and play with its consistency. So now I'm going to take our newly watered down Studio Tech and just spread that all over my face, including those areas where I've already put down my concealer, making sure that I'm taking the foundation all the way into my hairline. And you see that I'm not really rubbing it. I'm more just kind of patting it. I don't want to smear it. And you see that I still have some shine to my skin, which is kind of good. That's what we want. I'm going to take MAC's Mineralized Powder. Now, all of my stuff is so beat up because I carry it back and forth from different places every day. But this is a mineral powder that's not heavy coverage at all. It's more like a setting powder. It's not something that you would just put on and go. These are what I use to like set people's foundation with. So I'm just going to pat that all over my face. And now for my eyebrows. I'm going to take a brow pencil in the color of Stud. This is a product that MAC makes. And I'm just going to draw out my extension. Just like that. And on the other side. And again, because I'm trying to avoid a very made up look, I'm going to use a product from Revlon. This is called Brow Fantasy. And it comes with a pencil on this side that I never ever use. But it's just a mascara wand, and you just run that through your brow. It takes several applications of that before you really get the result that you're looking for. Okay, and now that my eyebrows are done, I'm going to use Soft Ochre. This is a paint pot from MAC. I'm putting a very thin layer of this on. Okay, and pulling from my Urban Decay Naked Palette, I want to take this color. It is called Sin. And very, very faintly put that under my brow, using it as a highlight. And I'm just going to run my finger over that just to blend it in and make sure that it's not too defined. Okay, and then I want to take Buck. This brown color that I'm quickly learning that I love on every kind of skin complexion. I find that I use it like daily, so I'm going to have to get one of these. And I'm lightly putting that all over my lid. I just kind of want a flesh color go in here. I'm going to use that also as a slight contour, that same color Buck, and put that right from the tip of my brow to the slope in my nose right here. Same on the other side. Now I want to take a angled brush and just run that alongside of a wet wipe just to dampen it a little bit. And I'm going to use the very last color in this palette. It's kind of this bluish hue here called Gunmetal. I'm taking my brush, my angled brush, and running that in my lash line. Just on the second half of it. And I'm going to take my finger, just kind of pat over it, and I've made a little bit of like an eyeliner there. And again, taking this Naked palette from Urban Decay, I want to take Smog right here and very faintly trace under my lash, but not all the way. The key to any makeup look is to really blend your makeup, but especially this. I don't want any harsh lines in this. It appears as though she's really not wearing any makeup at all, but for those little subtle places where she or her makeup artist has placed a color and just really blended it to make it look as though it was like barely there. Okay, and now we can go ahead and put on our mascara. My favorite mascara in the whole wide world is a mascara that is way too expensive for me to buy on a regular basis. It is the Dior Show mascara, and I got a sample of it from Sephora when I bought my Naked palette. So I'm going to exercise my right to use that. I used to buy this stuff all the time, back before I had to buy it 1,000 times in a month, because I go through it so much on everybody. You don't even want a whole lot of mascara on, because it looks as though she's barely wearing any of that. For blush, I'm going to put the most faint contour on that I possibly can using MAC's Blunt. And I'm putting on a very small amount of blush using MAC's Gingerly. For lips, I want to use MAC's Cream Sheen Ravishing. I'm just dabbing that on just to get a really, really light coverage. And I bought my first in so many years of Victoria's Secret's lip glosses, and I forget how much that I freaking used to love them. Like, this was my go-to lip gloss back when I was just, you know, a makeup wearer, not a makeup artist. So this is Hot Cocoa. Okay, so that completes your Beyonce Best Thing I Never Had look. I also wanted to tell you guys that I used my Naked palette for a bride this weekend, and it turned out really pretty. If I can go online and find a picture of her, I'll post it in this video. But if not, make sure that you're following my Twitter, because I post all pictures there from any photo shoots that I've done or makeup that I just, you know, did and wanted to share with you guys. That being said, I hope you are following me on Twitter, and also my Facebook, and you can follow my blog if you want to know the details to all of the products that I use in every single one of my videos, and links to all of those places are down here. Also, I didn't point out my really pretty flower that I'm wearing in my hair. That is a gift that Wade Lee of the House of Wade Lee gave to me at IMATS this year. And if you are interested in purchasing one of them, you can go and check out his website that I will post a link to in this video. And I hope that you guys really enjoy it. And I hope that I'll see you right back here very soon. Thanks. Bye. Of course I have a Zen on my wedding day! Is there a game today, do you know?
Yeah.
Home?
They're usually 3 days, there's 3 days in a row.
That are home, okay. I think I'll probably go in with you and edit this.
Okay.